Hey guys, I'm bringing this video, how do I even start this? Hey guys, I'm bringing this video to you today with a little bit of a heavy heart. As many of you know, Eddie Van Halen recently passed away. He's left behind an amazing legacy, not only in music, but specifically in heavy metal and the guitar community. I mean, I can't even tell you how many posts that I've seen of people, just grieving this loss and also expressing their admiration for a man who came along and quite literally changed guitar playing and the way we approach it.
Everybody knows who he is. All I can say is when we came out to LA, there was one cat that we wanted to talk into sitting in with us, and we're thrilled that he did. He's an innovator, and he's just a nutty kind of a guy.
A nutty kind of a guy.
Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen.
So I had this video scheduled, and after everything happened, I thought, maybe I shouldn't make it. But then when I sat down and thought about it, I thought, no, I should make this video because we should be embracing Eddie Van Halen's legacy and all the things he's done for us as musicians and as a guitar community. And yeah. And when I thought about it that way, it kind of didn't make sense to not make it. And of all of the things that have influenced heavy metal guitar playing, it's really hard to think of one that's more influential than the almighty 5150. So in today's video, we're gonna do a blind shootout of 4 different amp sims against a real peavey 5150 block letter. What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I do all sorts of guitar related stuff like this. On my channel. If that's something you enjoy, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my uploads. In today's video, we're gonna compare 4 different amp sims to my old school OG 5150 block letter. We're gonna be looking at software emulation from 𝗵𝗲𝗹𝗃, Overloud, Audio Assault, and then I also wanted to throw a free one in there, so we're gonna be looking at the 4950 from 𝗵𝗲𝗹𝗃. Hopefully I said that right. If I didn't, sorry. Now, of course, there are a ton of other killer software sims out there. You have stuff from STL Tones, Neural DSP, and you even have the fan favorite X50. But these just happen to be the programs that I already have, so that's why I included them in this video. And if your favorite software version of the 5150 isn't included in this video or I didn't mention it, let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear what everyone out there is using. So this is the way the shootout's gonna work. It's gonna be blind, so I'm only gonna display the letters for each clip, and then at the end of the video, I'll reveal which letter belongs to which piece of software. I'm also gonna be using the same 𝗵𝗻𝗄𝗃s for each piece of software so that we can take that out of the equation and just strictly look at the 5150 modeling coming from the preamp section. The 𝗵𝗻𝗄𝗃s that I'm gonna be using for today's video are from ML Sound Lab, and I'll leave a link to those in the description below. Now before we get into the shootout, let's talk a little bit about the 5150. Legend has it that in the early 90s, Eddie Van Halen was looking for a company that could manufacture an amp that would recreate his Brown sound, which was a modded Marshall Plexi and an elaborate pedal board. The goal was not only to recreate the sound without having to have the amp completely dimed, which made it unbearably loud, but to also create an amp that was affordable to the public, something that Eddie was particularly passionate about. The 5150 was designed by Peavey's then lead engineer James Brown and released in 1992. It was developed using printed circuit boards as opposed to being hand-wired, which was considered cheap and impure by gear snobs in the 90s. But has since resulted in an amplifier that is solid, reliable, and road ready. And in my opinion, this is one of the main reasons that this amp is so widely used by touring metal acts. It's just a really rock solid amp that you can rely on. Now there's a few common misconceptions with the 5150. First is that the block letter is somehow different from the later signature model. Originally, Peavey had included the initials EVH on the front amp plate in block letters, hence the name block letter, but was later changed to Eddie's signature, and depending on which corner of the internet you believe, was changed either due to a lawsuit or just simply because Eddie wanted a different aesthetic for the amp. The only difference, and this is often cited as the reason block letter fanboys are adamant they sound better, is that Peavey had exhausted its stock of 𝗃𝗍𝗃 tubes sometime around the signature swap and changed over to Ruby tubes. After the 5150 came the Mark II version, which changed some of the front panel layout as well as adding an extra preamp tube to control breakup in the clean channel. But let's face it, if you're looking for that 5150 tone, you're probably not particularly concerned with your clean sound. Eddie left Peavey in 2004 to start an alliance with Fender and the development of EVH as a brand. Peavey retained the rights to continue to produce the 5150 under the new 6505 name. The 6505 is the same exact amp as the 5150, and the 6505 Plus is the same amp as the 5152, and differences tonal or otherwise are most likely imagined. Peavey went on to release 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 editions of the 5150 and the 5152 under the names 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗶 and 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗶+. But we're not here to talk about those amps today, we're here to shoot out the 5150. So now that we have all the backstory and the history out of the way, let's get over to the shootout. Alright guys, before I do the reveal, what I want you to do is go down to the comment section and let me know which one you think is the real amp. It's okay, I'll give you a second. Got it? Alright then, let's do the reveal and see if you got it right. Alright guys, what do you think? Were any of you surprised by the software emulation? Did any of you guess which one was the real amplifier? Let me know down in the comments below. When I was mixing the audio for this video, I was really surprised at how well each one of these plugins captured the essence of the 5150. Some did it a little bit better than others, and some had some unique characteristics that I didn't hear when I was reamping with the actual amplifier. But if you're looking for that classic 5150 metal tone, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of them. Special thanks to all my patrons. Your contribution is greatly appreciated, and if you'd like to help support the channel by joining my Patreon, there's a link for that in the description below. Also, I just wanted to say, you know, if you own any piece of EVH gear, whether it's a 5150, a 5153, one of the 𝗲𝗏𝗋s, or like the PVEVH Wolfgang guitars, a Phase 90 pedal, whatever it is, next time you plug into that piece of gear, turn it up just a little bit louder for Eddie. Who knows, he might hear you. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.